ahead and get started here. All right. We're here with Vanderbilt women's basketball head coach Shea Ralph. Coach, your team goes on the road and collects an 80-66 win over a tough Dayton squad. Just what are your initial thoughts after today's game? And we'll open the floor for questions.
You know, I told you guys, I think the last game or the last couple games is one of the toughest time of the year for us to keep our kids focused and disciplined. Um, and Dayton has a good team. They're good. They're athletic. They're a little bit more similar to like an SEC team. Obviously, they're not a Power Four team, but we knew it was going to be a tough game on the road. I will say two things. Number one, I am disappointed in our effort overall. I thought that for big portions of the game, beyond the first quarter and most of the fourth, they outplayed us. They outworked us. They outhustled us. They did everything they needed to do to win the game. And then we had a few players that just decided we were going to win today. And that was Maddie Green, Ayanna Mitchell, who came in and provided incredible minutes in the fourth quarter. And then I would say the leadership of Ayanna Moore and Jordan Oliver, who also had a great fourth quarter after getting smacked right in the face. So, um, what I told our team in the locker room is that I'm proud that we pulled the win out, that in the end they played for each other to win the game. I highlighted those players I just told you about. And then I said all the other stuff we have to use as a learning experience. We have to look at it and we have to learn from it, or it's going to bite us in the butt. And that just has to be the approach that I take this time of year with this game. I'm glad that we won the game because there was a large portion of the game that we got outplayed. And I felt like the team collectively did what they had to do to win. And so in that way, I am proud of them, but there's a lot to learn.
We'll go ahead and open up the floor for questions. We'll start here in person with Elena. Go ahead, Elena. Vandy Sports.
Yeah, how big was it for your team to control the tempo of this game?
I think that's kind of the idea of every game is that we want to control the tempo. We want to make sure that we suffocate them with our defense. I thought we did a really good job of that in the first quarter, and our shots were falling, and it felt really nice and pretty. And then it got a little mucky, right? Then they started to hit some shots. They got some wide open layups, wide open threes, and I felt like in that moment we quit playing. We quit playing the brand of basketball that we play. And when that happened, that lead got eliminated essentially. So there were big portions of, I thought in the second half when it was time, we did control the tempo. We were able to turn them over, get some shot clock violations, get some 10 seconds, traps and turnovers for easy buckets. And that also translated in the half court to some easy buckets. But then there were points where we were very stagnant on both ends of the court. And so I think, you saw a little bit of us controlling the tempo and a little bit of them just dominating the tempo of the game.
Aria, Tennessean. Go ahead, Aria.
Yeah, obviously, with it having just recently, a few days ago, been the 1 year anniversary of Madison Green's injury and also her playing kind of close to home to have the performance that she did, what does that mean for her?
Man, an awesome game for her to play so well. I mean, I think it was her dad. Was it her dad that was yelling in the?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was all about it, which was really cool. She had a bunch of family there. And he wasn't wrong. The stuff he was saying, they can't guard you. He wasn't wrong. He was right. But I think, there's a lot of ways players can respond in those moments, right? Your 1 year anniversary, and she knows it too. And then you're coming home and you have a bunch of people here to watch you play. And, how are you going to perform? And one thing about Madison Green, she always rises to the occasion because this is how she trains. She practices with that kind of energy, the energy on both ends of the floor that she brought. I felt like our team fed off of for most of the game, and the same when Ayanna Mitchell came in. But this is what we always thought Maddie Green would be when we recruited her. She is dominant. She's a great facilitator. She's an incredible defender, a dog, but she can score. So you saw all of that today. It's great.
Last round of questions. We'll start with Elena. Go ahead.
Yeah, Michaela picked up her fourth foul pretty early on in that fourth quarter. Obviously, a freshman in a road environment. What was your message to her when she came back into the game, just kind of playing clean? What did you tell her?
I don't say much to her right now. I think we have an understanding that the goal is to win the game. And that's not different than any of the other kids on the team. I talk a lot about that kind of stuff with Michaela outside of the moment, right? So, and the team, in the moment, it's time to perform. It's time to do the things that we talk about. It's not time, and I don't have it, to pull her aside to tell her what to do. She knows the goal is to win the game, and she knows she has to be in the game for us to win it. So a lot of the times that we spend in practice in my office watching film, in the personal development sessions we have with these kids, is talking to them about what that looks like in adverse situations. And one thing I do know about Michaela Blake is that she's one hell of a competitor. So putting her back in the game, there was no doubt, unless they made really bad call, which was a possibility, that she would be in there until the end.
All right, Coach. Well, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on the win, and we will see you Saturday
Thank
against
you
Lexington.
guys for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you.